Game week 17 this week. The Three Wanks have a head special, the Three Wanks Derby as it's being called, between Spurs and Liverpool.
Winner gets to fire their manager.
We have FPL Mac.
Yeah.
FPL Mac is our Tottenham guy, and FPL Vibes FC is our Liverpool guy. Two of them are going to be putting together a lineup right now of the available players this week going into game week 17. So not including any injured players or suspended players or players off at AFCON. How can they make the best 11 lineup? Gentlemen, start your debates.
All right. Goalie, where do we want to go?
I would just like to preface this with, if you check our ranks, it's just known that I know more ball. So take that into consideration as this team gets built.
I don't think you know any ball. I don't think you can make that.
Not a single ball.
Not a single ball.
Allison.
Not even a question. I'm not going to argue with you. We're actively, I think, looking at shopping in the midfield. We're straight up slotting it, Becker. I'm not even going to debate you there.
Yep. Okay. Sounds good. Go center backs next.
Center back, sure. Left center back.
I put Van de Ven.
You put Van de Ven over Van Dijk? Really? I put Van Dijk.
I put Van Dijk in there too.
You
just
put
at
Van
right
Dijk
center back.
Just put it at the right.
That's spicy. Does Van Dijk play right center back? I thought he played left center back for you guys.
He does, but in this, I don't think there's that big of a difference between them switching left and right.
As mediator, I'm going to allow left and right center backs.
You allow a change? All right, so Sharp puts in Van Dijk. I also had Van Dijk in my team, but I had him over Van de Ven, but that was because it was positional. I could see the argument for a Van Dijk locked on the right side. I will, however, say that there is a lot of debate in the Spurs fan base on who's better. Van de Ven, everybody knows he's great, but keep in mind our right center back is World Cup winning Christian Romero, so starting player for Argentina in the World Cup. If we're doing Van Dijk as the right center back, then I agree that he's probably better than Romero. However, my initial inclination was Van Dijk left center back, Romero right center back.
I think you're debating for the left center back between Romero and Van de Ven. And I honestly
Romero doesn't play left center back.
Okay.
So if we're just logging in
though? Has he never done that before?
I mean, Danso plays for him then. All right. Well, I'm not going to get into it. That's fine. I'm fine with this.
Okay. I just think it'd really, really fun to see height and then someone with great speed like that.
No, it would. It would. I had Van Dijk over Van de Ven and then Romero. So either way, I think we agree that Konate is booty. Right.
Yeah. It was going to be one for sure.
All right. This is where I think it might start to get a little bit spicy. Left back first.
Left back, I did put Kirkes.
You put Kirkes? No way, dude. I think Kirkes, we have Udagi who's injured. So that means Spence and Kirkes. I put Spence personally. I think that Spence has started to get call-ups for England. Kirkes has looked lost all season. I don't think that he's been a standout player for Liverpool by any means, whereas Spence has had some solid moments for us. I just don't agree with you there. I don't actually think you guys, Robertson being a little bit old, I don't think you guys have a single left or right back that beats out one of the Spurs backs.
I put Porro in on the right side, so I agree with that side. But Kirkes looked a lot better when he wasn't getting ruined by Gakpo on his overlapping runs and looked a lot more threatening in his last game. I think he continues to put a high level of effort in, and I think it's starting to mesh, and I think he's got a lot of talent. So
I think that Jed Spence has personally pocketed Mo Salah multiple times.
Now we're just getting personal.
Now we are already getting personal. Should we? We're gonna have to see. I don't know.
We're gonna have to come to an agreement on another one, I'm sure. So maybe we just leave it open for now and
let's leave it open.
Compensate.
Contentious pick. All right.
Maybe it'll make more sense when you see who else you have. Maybe it'll flow nicely
in the context of the rest of the team. That's a fair point. So moving up, then we set up in a 4-2-3-1 because that's what both teams tend to play. So I figured it was a non-contentious formation. Let's go right-sided midfielder first. What do you got?
I went with Gravenbach.
Yep, not even a question for me.
Yep.
I also went with Gravenbach. I think that I was going to argue a lot harder for most of the Spurs defenders as a little bit of a spoiler. Further up the pitch you go, the less hard I'm arguing with you. Yeah.
I think I picked more Spurs players than maybe you think I did.
Really?
But I have something a little fun to do in this midfield, this next 2 spots. So I just kind of want to unveil it and get your thought on it.
Okay.
Is I moved McAllister back to the left side, and left Zave Simmons up there at the attack. And I
Xavi
think,
Simmons?
yeah, I think that creativity could be a lot of fun.
I actually did not think of that. I think that's a fantastic move, and I think I agree because I think that Simmons is sort of suffering from the same Verts, like getting used to the Prem. However, Simmons has actually contributed in some way positively to Tottenham's offense and is actually a natural 10. I think I originally had Bergvall in there, but he's not really a 10. He's more of an 8. So I think I agree with this midfield triangle. Bergvall, Xavi Simmons, Archie Gray are all arguments for players I could see in this team. However, I don't think Archie Gray, he's only 18 or 19. I don't think I could make a reasonable argument for him over Gravenberch or McAllister. And then I think we're both struggling on the 10 front.
Yeah.
Because Madison's injured for us. So,
Yep.
All right. I think that was a pretty non-contentious midfield. Like I said, I was going to argue a lot less hard as we moved up. Where do you want to go next?
I think the easiest one's going to be striker. I think we're going to both go Ekitike.
Ekitike, I agree. Yeah. I mean, we have Richarlison, who's been all right, but over the course of his Spurs career, he's been injured a lot. He's not very good at hold-up play. Ekitike seems to have that dog in him. I think that's a non-contentious pick. What about right?
Hang on. I know he's had a rough year, but like I feel like not putting Isak, at least talking about having him.
But Isak's injured. This is only available.
Oh,
players.
Okay.
Yeah, I started when I did my draft of this. I put Isak in and then went, wait a minute, I can't actually.
If he was there, would you put him in? Because like there's a chance he can play this weekend.
I would put him.
I would absolutely not. Ekitike's in. Actually, I
think if we're going,
I was gonna say,
I think if we're going Liverpool form, then like Ekitike is better. But I think that overall Isak is just a fantastic player, and I would start him.
I think I'm gonna take it back and say that I would take a different player out, and Ekitike would still be in, but then Isak would be in.
Got it.
You change formations,
basically. Yeah.
You love a 2-striker system. You and I lot.
I fucking hate it, but anyway.
A good old 4-4-2 is Sharp's favorite position.
Yep.
Between that and missionary.
All right, out of pocket. So I had a little bit of a preview for what you went here, and I am really confused because you want to reveal your left side first.
No, let's do right side first.
But I don't know who did you pick for the right side.
Well, I just want to thank Salah for being an AFCON so that I didn't have to try to argue for Salah right now. I think that would really hurt my pride. Soboslai, we took off the table because he's hurt. To me, the next best winger right now on either of these teams that's available with Gakpo out as well is Kudus. So yeah. I put him on the right side.
Oh, that's not contentious at all. You said you were putting him on the left earlier.
No. I moved him around. Sorry.
And yes, I agree. Like I think there's an argument to have Slobozai up there potentially. Although I don't think that I would put Slobozai ahead of Kudus in the right wing position necessarily. And I think that there's still an argument, even though Salah's been bad this season, to have him over both of them. But he's obviously not available. So I think in terms of combined 11, I completely agree with Kudus here.
Yeah, and then I don't know if this is contentious, but we just don't have options. So Verts is on my left side.
Yeah, I debated this one pretty heavily. I think on paper, Verts is the best player. If we're talking about form, he's not this season. If we're looking at a combined 11, but however, Spurs have like 5 players who could theoretically play on the left wing, none of whom are that great. We have Matthias Tell, who's pretty young, hasn't played a lot. Wilson Odobert, who's actually quite good. He's the guy who I penciled in, but he's only 20, and I don't think he's better than Verts on paper. It's just that Verts hasn't done a lot, whereas Odebert's contributed. So I'm not really sure how to feel about this position because I think we're just so lacking in quality across both teams that I'm happy to slot in Verts here, and I won't argue strongly for it.
And since you gave me the midfield, you gave me the positioning on the center backs. Go ahead and bring Jed in.
All right, that was not as contentious as I thought it would be. So locking in the Liverpool Spurs 3-Wanks Derby 11. A lot of injuries, a lot of players at AFCON. This is where we end up. We happy with this?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. I think you got the most important players in the most important positions, and I think this team would beat either the two teams that are going to trot out there on.
Yes.
So
So
That's exactly what I was going to ask. Does this team beat Spurs and does this team beat Liverpool?
where does this team finish in the Prem this season?
I mean, it got to be top 3 minimum.
I think top 3. Yeah, I think it's pretty solid. I think that Spurs have a great defense and suffer from a really lack of forward options. And
No
Liverpool have the opposite.
chance top 3. You go,
You don't
what are
think
you
top
guys? Top 3? What are you
Over who?
smoking?
Over who beats us? Chelsea, City,
Ah.
Arsenal.
Yeah, I think City, Arsenal, Chelsea.
You think Chelsea beats this combined 11 of Spurs?
Definitely.
No, I don't agree at all.
Yeah, no. I just don't think you have enough firepower up top.
I'm sorry, who's bringing in Ekatike in FPL?
Yeah. Not enough firepower. We have Spurs' best attacker. We have Liverpool's best attacker.
That's not saying a whole lot.
And we have a 10.
Dude, I want Kudus to just feed Ekatike. Just keep firing him in, baby.
You're telling me that Chelsea with João Pedro,
Yeah. I am.
who else? Like Neto finishes above this?
Are you saying like you're asking me like position by position? No, I'm saying as a team, Chelsea beats this team for sure.
I don't agree with that at all. This
Dude,
is
I think
the
this
3
team works.
11. I think this is a top 3 team with neither of our current coaches. Asterisks.
I don't know. What does Luke know? He's a United fan. He would know about top 3.
Exactly.
Cool. All right. Well, this was a fun little exercise for ahead of the 3 Wanks Derby. Sharp, you got any score predictions?
3-1 Liverpool.
I'm going 3-0 Liverpool.
We can't
Up
keep
the
it clean.
Spurs, but we're pretty awful. Not gonna lie. It's not a great time. Well, it's a great time for everyone else to face us. So I guess we'll see who gets disappointed this week on this episode of 3 Wanks Podcast. See you, boys.
Best of luck.